Today I'm going to teach you how to install Windows 10. After you created a USB bootable drive using your flash drive, we are now going to install the Windows 10 using a Windows 10 install. After preparing the Windows installer, you have to press Del or F2 to enter setup. This key will bring you to our BIOS or depending on the model of your screen, you will see the UFI, so select the boot. So boot option priorities, you're going to prioritize the USB flash drive. Boot option number 1, you're going to select the flash drive. After that, you're going to save the settings or the changes for the BIOS to detect which drive is going to be loaded during the Windows will detect which operating system started will be the computer will boot on your flash drive, and after that you're going to select the Windows 10 installer and wait for the interface. As the Windows setup loads, as you can see the Windows logo, it is preparing to install the operating system. So the setup is already starting. In the Windows setup, you're going to select the language, the time and currency. So select the English Philippines. English Philippines. After that, click Next. So this time I'm going to use the Windows 10 Pro as my Windows version. Okay, click the accept the terms of service, then the unallocated space. Select the unallocated space. Apply to create a partition. Then on your partition 2, click next. So by this time, you're going to wait until the copying of Windows, getting files from installation up to 100%, initial installing features, installing updates, and finishing up. So it will only take about 5 to 10 minutes depending on your unit. If you have faster processor and high memory, or you are using a solid state drive, the Windows installation will only take about a few minutes compared to hard drive, the old hard drive that you are practicing. As you can see, the Windows is already restarting. So by this time, the primary drive that the computer were being read is still the flash drive. So you're going to boot on the HDD. Then after booting on the HDD, the Windows will detect the initially installed Windows on your hard drive. Okay, to catch up, the main reason why your flash drive is still the primary drive because you already set it up on the computer BIOS. So the primary boot drive that being read by the BIOS of on your motherboard is the flash drive. So you're going to set up again the BIOS settings, the boot arrangement. Then you're going to select the hard drive as your primary drive. At this moment, the Windows is finishing up its installation to your hard drive. So be patient, you have to wait for a few minutes. The Windows will automatically set up all the required installation files, initial programs, basic programs that the Windows offers. Finishing the installation includes the features. So after installing the Windows, all the features are being loaded on your hard drive. You're going to set up the basic configuration of the Windows. So it starts with regions. So we are living here in Asia, Philippines. So select the Philippines as your region. Then click OK. So just a moment, another interface will appear. So the right keyboard layout is the US layout. So that is the keyboard layout that we're going. That time, you're going to skip that keyboard layout. So because we already chosen the US keyboard standard. Then just a moment, the Windows prompt you to connect to the network. By this time, you don't have the internet. So the option is you are going to connect the internet later. With that process, the Windows will prompt you to restart or restart again for you to be able to set up the internet. Again, Windows boot up, you will notice that the flash drive is the primary boot drive. So the next steps in setting up a computer is you're going to use to type the user. So this time I use the PC user. Then click Ox. So I opted not to use a password. So for easy access. But in some cases you need to supply password. Then do more cross divide. Click yes. Then accept. Again, the Windows will restart and welcome you about setting up the Windows operating system. So from time to time, the Windows will prompt you certain part or steps or level in which they were installing the Windows, finishing up, adding special features. But that time, don't be alarmed if your computer restarts several times. You don't have to turn off the computer if screen freezes for about 2 or 3 minutes. That is normal in installing Windows. Just follow the step-by-step procedure because the Windows installation is automatic installation. With just a few clicks, you are able to install the Windows operating system. At this point, the Windows is preparing your working space or the desktop. About a few seconds, the desktop will automatically appear on your display. Almost there. And that is. Now we are finished installing the Windows operating system, Windows 10.